An arch is in the shape of a parabola. It has a span of 432 feet and a maximum height of 36 feet. So here we have a nice picture. That's I'm sure that's got to be from Arches National Park in Utah, where they have tons of these beautiful naturally occurring arches. So they're saying, okay, this is a parabola shape. So it's an upside down parabola, U shape going down. So this will be, yeah, this is a parabola with its vertex right here. So they're saying, and then I've recreated it over here. Put it center right there. They're saying it has a span of 432, that's across here, the 432, and a maximum height of 36, that's right there, the 36. And then it says, find the equation of it, assuming the origin is halfway between the arch's feet. So see, I put the origin right here, halfway between these 2 feet, the 2 bottom touching parts of the arch. So, okay, so I set up this picture like they said. Now they want the equation of that arch. So let's see what we can do to come up with that equation. So I've listed up here the 4 different equations for the problems. That's what you want to have in your notes, is all of this information, so you know right away the direction of the parabola. This is a parabola going down, isn't it? It's going down. So parabola is going down. That would be this one. So there's our general equation set up right there. Let me grab it and bring it down. So there's our equation. It's of the form x squared is minus 4ay, because our parabola goes in the negative y direction. So negative y to the first power. There we go. But our center is not 0, 0. Here's our vertex. Here's our vertex, our center. It's over 0 up 36, isn't it? The center of ours. So remember what you do. So that's going to be x squared. Well, you could do x minus 0 if you want. It's not going to do anything. Minus 4a and then y minus 36. Right? Because it's opposite of whatever's next to y to make plus 36. Opposite of whatever's next to x to make 0. So there's that. And then what is the a? How do we figure out a? A is how far from the center to the focus point. A is how far from the center to the focus point. Okay, and that we don't know. We don't know what A is. We don't have any idea, but here's what we do know. We do know a point on this thing, like right here. I can find the coordinates of that point. Now, if this is 432 all the way across, divide that by 2, and you'll get the distance between here and here. Divide that by 2, it's going to be what? 216. So that must be 216. So this point must be over 216 up 0, right? Because it's 432 all the way across the span. So this point over here on the right must be over 216 up 0, where the parabola hits the ground. Okay, so what? Well, that means that's an x and a y value of a dot that is on the curvature, on the parabola. Any point on a graph makes the equation true. So I can come back here and I can plug in 216, 0, x and y. It's got to make the equation true. That way I can solve for a. So plug this in for x. Going to get 216 minus 0 is just 216. Minus 4a, and then plug this in for y at the same time. 0 minus 36. So let's do the 216 to the second power. 46,656. And it's going to be minus 4a times minus 36. Isn't that plus 144a? So now we can solve for a. We're just one step away. Divide by 144. And so we'll have our hands on A. I'm getting 324. So we've got A is 324. So that means I can grab this equation now, bring it over here. It's going to be x squared is minus 4A times y minus 36. And now I know A, plug in A. A is 324. So multiply that on your calculator, 4 times 324, and I'm getting minus 1296 y minus 36. So there is the equation. So make sure we got that. That's their first question. X squared is minus 1296 y minus 36. Beautiful. Now, second question. So that's the first question. That goes right here. Second question. Determine the height of the arch 85 feet from the center. So 85 feet from the center, how tall's the arch? So that would mean if you walked over here, let me do this. If you walked over here 85 feet, how high would the arch be? So if you went over 85 feet, how high would the arch be? What is the y value? So in other words, they're basically saying, what's the coordinates? Let me get rid of that. Well, let me just write it right here. This is the point over 85 up y. Over 85 up y. This dot right here on the arch. Because 85 feet from the center, so if you go 85 feet to the right, over 85 feet, what's your y height? In other words, the point over 85 up y, what's y? So I'm going to plug in again another point. Plug in over 85 feet from the center. X is 85, and try to find y. So I'm going to plug in 85 for x right there. And try to find y. Solve for y. Okay, so to solve this equation for y, let's divide by the minus 1296. And so I'm going to do that on my calculator. 85 squared divided by negative 1296. I'm getting negative 5.57484. That's probably enough accuracy right there. And then just add 36 to both sides to finish getting y alone. Oops. And let's see what we got. I'm getting 30.425. Is that what the answer they got? 30.425 feet high. So there we go. There's how high the arch is right here. Up here, right here, at 85 feet from the center. We're able to calculate exactly how high the arch will be at a certain spot, 85 feet from the center. That's because we did all the work first to get the equation right here. And then we were able to plug into it the point 85 for x and find y. Find the height when x is 85, when you're 85 feet from the center.